Hi guys, it's Kirk Miller here, Myprotein Ambassador. Today I'm going to be taking you through one of my favourite arm workouts, which I've found over the years has, helps add that vital mass that you want. It's going to be focusing on 3 exercises for your triceps, 3 exercises for your biceps, anywhere from sort of 6 to 10 repetitions, depending on which exercise it is. So the first exercise we're going to focus on for triceps is close grip bench press, 6 repetitions, but I'm a massive fan of time and attention, so as opposed to me just pushing the weight up and down 6 times with no real thought of speed, I'm going to be doing a 4-second negative, exploding on the concentric, then with a little squeeze at the top. So even though it's only 6 reps, it's going to take a lot longer to complete the 6 repetitions, but massive benefit of that for me is much better mind to muscle connection, and just builds a lot of muscle. So this is my first set, and let's see how we go. As you can see, a lot harder than just pumping the weight up and down. And one thing you'll notice there, my grip, my starting position is approximately shoulder width apart. If anything, maybe slightly in from that. You see a lot of guys in the gym who, a bit out of breath, will do a close grip press and they'll, have the hand position a lot closer, thinking that's going to hit your triceps more. It has no extra benefit whatsoever doing a press with your hands close together. All it's going to do is put a lot more pressure on your wrist. If you've got more pressure on your wrist, you're not going to be able to lift as much. So have your arm position about shoulder width, or maybe just slightly in from that. Elbows tucked in as best you can. And as you've just seen just there, just the amount of control on the repetition, just from doing that 4 seconds down, definitely build a lot of muscle faster. And say if you do this for, say, I don't know, a 3-4 week period, when you then go back to your normal style repetition of, say, just sort of 2 seconds up, 2 seconds down, you'll definitely help you get over strength plateaus, in other areas of your training. Right, I'm on to my 3rd set now. Give it here on the second set a minute ago. Really struggled, if I'm honest, on the 5th and 6th rep, but it's all good. So I'll drop the weight a little bit for the last set, just because the main focus for me is that 4-second negative, which I really want to keep as tight as possible too. And my elbows started to flare out a little bit on my last set. So 6 reps of this, last set, first exercise ticked off. So that's first exercise wrapped up. We're going to be doing a maximum of 9 working sets per muscle. So that's 3 sets of that, 6 reps, 2 more exercises on triceps. The second exercise we're going to be doing is an overhead tricep press off the cables. Very similar to a skull crusher type movement, except for me, I sort of prefer it off the cables because you've got constant tension on your triceps throughout the movement. So in effect, even if you wanted to go back quite fast on the eccentric, you're still going to have tension on the muscles. So most important part for this technique wise is keeping your elbows tucked in again, and at the bottom of the movement, as you'll see when I do it, there's like a slight pause. Again, this just takes the bounce out of the movement and keeps the tension on your tricep as opposed to your shoulders, which for me, a lot of people when they train triceps, and I know I'm guilty of this sometimes, just through sheer ego, they bounce the rep onto their shoulders to get that extra momentum to push the weight out. So this is going to be super controlled, not quite a 4-second negative, sort of close to sort of 2 seconds, and we're going to go for 8 to 10 repetitions. Beetroot head. Yeah. Very easy to cheat on that exercise. So can't overemphasize enough the control on the negative. That little pause takes all the bounce out of the movement, and then really powerful on the concentric, but really helps to thicken out the long head of your tricep, just as a nice follow on to your compound press. So all good. Right, third and final tricep exercise is another one of our favourites to finish off. It's the overhead tricep rope extension. So I'm going to be taking the cable from the bottom of the cables, obviously holding it with both hands, extending over my head, but with twisting the rope out at the top, and that's really going to work the inner head of my tricep, which is like that head there. Because for me, a lot of the compound movements and your push downs will really thicken out the outer head of your tricep, but you know, you want that nice horseshoe effect. So just to give you that nice horseshoe effect, overhead tricep rope cable extensions, and we're going to focus on here about 12 to 10 rep range, again just with a controlled tempo, full range, little pause at the bottom maybe, then twisting out. If you start to fail, if you don't hit your 10 to 12 because you're struggling to do the twist, just carry on repping, you know, sort of going straight up over your head, which I'll demonstrate in one of the sets coming up. Let's go. As you've seen there, I hit rep 10, really struggled to get the twist out, so simply just carried on extending straight up for the last 2 reps. So that's the third set wrapped up, triceps finished, 9 working sets total. So we've moved from 6 reps on the close grip bench press with a bit of tempo into an overhead press for 8 reps, 8 to 10 reps. Again, just increasing the tempo a little bit, and then finally the overhead tricep rope extensions for 10 to 12 reps. So let's hit some biceps. Right, so just with the triceps, I'm not going to overcomplicate biceps. We're going to have 3 exercises. First one's going to be a big compound exercise in the form of an EZ bar. Big massive compound builder, 4-second negatives, 3 sets of 6. And then we're going to move on, similar to triceps. A second exercise will be 8 to 10 reps, third exercise 10 to 12. So coaching point wise for this, most important thing is to make sure that your elbows don't go behind your hips. So you know, you see a lot of curls, they'll curl up from here. For me, you're using too much of your shoulders. So what we're going to do, elbows forward, and we're going to keep them there as much as we can, repping up and then down without doing that. Okay, just keeping constant tension on our biceps just before our arms are locked at the bottom. So you'll see when I rep now what I'm talking about. The reason I'm wearing these today, I mean, I don't always wear straps when I train, is strained a tendon in my hand or finger last week, so it just allows me to sort of take the pressure off my wrist a little bit. as you can see, the amount of tension on your biceps just from going down that slow, keeping your elbows as fixed as you can, that just really does isolate the biceps and stops using your shoulders, swinging, which I know I'm guilty of sometimes, but when you're trying to build muscle, it's all about time under tension and the quality of movement. So 3 sets of 6 of that. Okay, another little training tip to be aware of when you're doing your bicep curls is try and keep your wrists solid. Try not to turn your wrist towards your forearm is what I'm saying, because if you see there on my forearm, just by me turning my hand towards my forearm, I'm activating my forearms before my biceps. And obviously I'm trying to isolate my biceps, so keep your wrists solid, isolate your biceps more. The only time you ever really want to sort of curl your hand towards your forearms is towards the end of a set when you're really struggling, your biceps failing, you're just trying to nick a little bit of help off your forearm to power through those last couple of reps. But as much as possible, nice and solid, keeps it on the bicep. Right, second exercise is Zopman curls, I think if that's how you say it properly. You're basically going to have a dumbbell in each hand, palms facing forward to start, abs nice and tight. I like to do it without a seat supporting me, just to keep my core nice and tight also. And the whole idea of this, you're not swinging or anything anyway. So, palms facing forward, you're going to curl up, full rotation, so your palms are then facing away from you, all the way down, twist, up. And that's going to work like the outer head of your bicep, really thicken, it's giving that nice wide look, as well as the forearms as well, which it's important to hit the forearms every now and then, just to give us that, you know, overall look to our arms, just that nice fuller appearance. So we're going to go for about 8 to 10 reps, tempo around about 1 to 2 seconds down. As long as it's controlled, that's the main thing. Really deceptive, especially on the twist at the top. Right, third and final exercise for biceps. We're going to be doing double arm dumbbell hammer curls. We're going to be focused on 10 to 12 repetitions. Again, trying to take all the swing and the bounce out of the movement. The amount of people I see do hammer curls like this, all that rubbish, swinging up, half of that reps my shoulders. So similar to the standing barbell curl, we're going to focus on keeping our elbows slightly forward, keep a slight bend in your knees, nice strong abs. And all we're going to do from there, elbows forward, curl from there, squeeze up and then down. As much as possible, try not to keep our elbows back. So from there, squeezing up and then down. Just a nice controlled tempo again, sort of 2 seconds up, a second or two up with a little squeeze at the top, 10 to 12. Try not to bounce the weights down like that. The gym owner goes a bit mad, but not around. But as you can see there, a lot more control on the reps. Really feel that in your biceps. Again, really thicken out, give us that width to our bicep, give the illusion that it's a lot bigger than what it is. But I could potentially maybe go up a little weight from that. But for me, for today, you know, there's that danger of using my shoulders. So I'm going to stick with 10s. So that's biceps and triceps done. 9 working sets on each, so not a crazy long workout. But for me, great workout that's going to help improve strength, definitely help build some muscle, focus more on quality rather than quantity, and hopefully give you a few technique tips to help maybe get you over sticking points with both your triceps and your biceps. So see how you get on with it. Feel free to tweet me, or of course post on the Myprotein website, and I'll be glad to answer any questions. Thank you.